What's up, YouTube? Shawn DaGamer here, and we are going to just go over some of the breaking news that happened over the past few days, actually last night, mostly when it comes to the world of professional wrestling. And we'll probably talk a little bit of Dokkan in this video too. So, just a little video just to put up for your Saturday, or I might just split it off into two. I just split it off into two. So let's talk about the wrestling stuff first, as I have no DQ pulled up already. First things first, in an interesting turn of events, we all know that, well, if you don't know, Impact Wrestling, TNA, is officially no more, quote unquote, and has been purchased and rebranded under Jeff Jarrett's promotion, Global Force Wrestling, GFW, but the TV show on Pop TV is still going to be called Impact. And they switched back over to the logo like right before they went to the owl and stuff, when it was like the octagon with Impact, and on top it says GFW, on the bottom it says Anthem, if you guys are interested in that. So I mentioned that because we just got word that on the brand new WWE 24, I just got done seeing one with Jimmy Wang Yang. That was interesting. I was like, this is WWE 24. Who is Jimmy? Golly. So that was interesting. But Dixie Carter, the former president, owner, or whatever she was, of Impact TNA, will be on WWE Network in the Kurt Angle 24 special. So interesting to see what she has to say about that, and if she's just going to be like in there like shaking hands, or is she actually going to have like a speaking role, and they're going to have like Dixie Carter, TNA president, or something like that, former TNA president, or former wrestling promoter. So that's going to be interesting to see, and I'm really interested to see how that goes. So that's just the first little bit of news. The second bit of news was something very interesting that I heard about when I got off of work last night, or it might even happen a little bit later than that. But AJ Styles won. Let's just go look at, I was going to say go click the breaking news thing, but let's go to live results from the MSG. What was it, Madison Square Garden Arena or something like that? I don't know. But AJ Styles did win the, como se dice, United States title from Kevin Owens. So let's go and look at the card to actually see what happened. So Nakamura versus Dolph Ziggler. So Nakamura won. R-Truth wins against Goldust. Neville wins against Cedric Alexander. I want to see that match. Then you had Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose win against The Miz and Samoa Joe. So, that was... I also saw an article about them teasing the Shield, so I'll probably read that. So there's probably more interesting developments on that, trying to get them back together, because Seth Rollins is in a dead place. Dean Ambrose is kind of in a dead place. Well, the dead spot right now. They're just on the card just to be filler and things like that, and they deserve more than that. All they gotta do is get Roman Reigns after he loses. Oh, that'd be very interesting if all three of them lose. They have like some kind of meeting in the back, and it's like, you know what, this isn't working, we have to do something. All these people are starting to team up and do all this and all that. We might need to get back together, or something along those lines. Or they all three get attacked by somebody individual, like three different people, and they form a new faction and all that stuff. You remember when we thought we were gonna get like a new DX earlier this year, or not new DX, but a new Evolution or something like that? It was gonna be Kevin Owens, Samoa Joe, Triple H, and maybe Finn Balor or somebody else. I missed that idea. Here's the big one. AJ Styles beats Kevin Owens for the United States Championship, and that's very interesting because very seldomly that championships change hands on like house shows. I believe the last time something like that happened, I believe it was in NXT when Samoa Joe beat Finn Balor. And then there was the time where I think the Usos beat somebody on a house show to win the titles. I'm trying to remember all the times. We have this time. I think somebody put an Intercontinental title on the house show recently as well. But it's only things like that only happen a few times. So if you see something like that on the house show, you saw something very, very special. Then I'm just going over there just to see what kind of show because this is you can see dual branded event. So I don't know if they're like getting ready for SummerSlam, but just like a precursor to SummerSlam. Just trying to see how to work. Como se dice, work a dual branded event after WrestleMania, especially with all the new storylines going on and stuff. So you had the women, the faces versus the heels, and the faces win. Finn Balor versus Carl Anderson, 30 seconds. Why don't they just put them all together? That's just something stupid to me. They just need to put them back together and like form the Bullet Club or Balor Club or something like that. Sheamus and Cesaro beat the Hardy Boys. Roman Reigns beat Bray Wyatt. So that's all that. Another piece of interesting news is Austin Aries is no longer with the company. Apparently, he's had a lot of back issues. I think he's writing a book as well. He didn't like the direction they were going in, and they are also saying that he had a reputation for having like some type of bad attitude in the back. So, Austin Aries, I think he should have stayed in NXT and fought for one of those titles. Putting him in the cruiserweight division with the way the cruiserweight division was, it wasn't good. I mean, it was good. It wasn't a good idea at the time. They should have kept him in NXT, have him like win or have a few more matches for the NXT championship to establish him a little bit more, and then had him go against Neville to keep the cruiserweight division alive. But they had to kind of rush Austin Aries versus Neville because the cruiserweight division was floundering at the time, and they needed something to keep everybody's interest. And as you can see, ever since those three matches, nobody has really been paying attention to the cruiserweights. Like, why is Jack Gallagher gimmick with an umbrella like Mary Poppins? I don't get it. But they could have did so much more with Austin Aries. But hopefully, once he get done writing his book, he heals up and does everything he needs to do. We'll see him maybe back in the Ring of Honor or New Japan in the near future. What else do we have here? Let's look at Seth Rollins teasing the Shield reunion again. Bad news, Ambrose can't come out because he's probably 15 beers in. Good news for you is we hear you. Oh, okay. Is he in the ring with Rome? Probably gonna get flagged for this, so I probably shouldn't. We'll just... So they're going to be back in New York around Christmas time. So that's going to be a Raw. And is TLC going to be in New York? Because I think they're getting TLC. I'm not sure. But they're going to be in New York around Christmas time again. And that was decent. So why did I click back on there? That's for the next video. Or not really. Anything else interesting happening? Oh, if you haven't heard about the reason why Great Balls of Fire is called Great Balls of Fire and why it stuck. So it's pretty much what Como se dice JD from New York was saying. It made Vince McMahon laugh. So that's all we got it, and it actually might be an annual thing. Angle it's a pretty incredible name for a wrestling show, isn't it? The head honcho Vince McMahon thought that the name was hilarious, and that was pretty much the entire story. You never know when it comes to Vince, but he's usually right, so we trust him. Vince loves the name, so expect it to become an annual event. That's crazy. Remember, we all thought it was a joke a few months ago. Great Balls of Fire. No. Then they actually started putting out graphics and talking about it. This became a real thing, and now we're going to get Samoa Joe and Brock Lesnar just to try to legitimize it. That's crazy. Oh, let's see if there's any news on the whole Samoa Joe Brock Lesnar situation, because a lot of people are saying it's a one and done. Then a lot of people are saying it can't be a one and done when it comes to this match. 3 matches see shifts in betting odds. I don't know how to read betting odds. So Brock Lesnar is the favorite. Braun Strowman is the favorite. Rollins is the favorite. Big Cass is the favorite. Alexa Bliss is the favorite. Sheamus and Cesaro favorite. Miz is the favorite. So everybody kind of agrees with me except for Sheamus and Cesaro and Brock Lesnar. Samoa Joe, even though I wouldn't be surprised if he wins, but I really do want Samoa Joe to win the title, and I want to see these two boys go broken. So, yeah, I mean, Samoa Joe deserves so much more than just a one and done against Brock Lesnar. Once the crowd reactions happen and the WWE sees this, there's money in this feud to go to SummerSlam and let those two main event again, and let, you know, whatever happens then happen then. But I just feel like it can't be a one and done, so something needs to happen. Maybe Braun Strowman destroys Roman Reigns and doesn't really get hurt, and then he comes in and interferes in the title match. And then for some reason Roman Reigns comes back and interferes, and we finally get that fatal 4-way. I hear a lot of people talking about. I think I've heard, like I said, JD talk about it. I even heard Solid Monster talk about it, and I think that would be a very interesting idea, especially if you wanted to get the title off Lesnar to put it back on TV a lot more frequently. But apparently Vince McMahon has been thinking about Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns since before WrestleMania 32, a few months before WrestleMania 32. So if that was the plan then, and it's still the plan going into WrestleMania 34, we all know that Vince gets what he wants because it's his company. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get Strowman and Lesnar instead of Reigns and Lesnar at SummerSlam, or some type of fatal 4-way or multi-man match, or hopefully Samoa Joe and Lesnar again after they see what's going to happen tomorrow night, because I am recording this on July 8th, 2017. 13 minutes, don't want to go too long. One more since I got it up. 2 more entrants were added to the Mayhem Classic. 23-year-old Team 3D. What's her name? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Ripley and Beckett. Oh yeah, Beckett. Sage Beckett and I don't know who these people are. I actually started doing my research on Kairi Sane, or I know who Tessa Blanchard is. I watched Bianca Blair's match, and I've seen Lacey Evans a few times. I swear I saw Thea Trinidad on NXT. That had to be Thea Trinidad. But the point is, Mayhem Classic has already kind of started, but if you don't know any of these people, I say just YouTube and watch a couple of clips that we can understand where these people are coming from, and you're not completely blind going in. Like, you don't have to know their whole history, but at least know their kind of move sets and things like that. Like I said, I've looked a bit up. I know, what am I trying to say? I've seen a few of her matches. I've seen a few of Tessa Blanchard matches. A few other these people, but that's coming up soon, and that's going to end this video off right here. So if you have any other news articles and things like that I should read and things like that, put it in the comment section below. What do you guys think is going to happen tomorrow night at Bound for Glory, BF3 Great Balls of Fire? No, at Great Balls of Fire tomorrow night. What do you think the hashtag is going to be for Great Balls of Fire? Is it going to be actually Great Balls of Fire? Or is it going to be hashtag WWE GOB? I think that's what it's going to be. Hashtag WWE GOB. To keep it short and to keep people guessing at what it is, and there's probably going to be, you know, people tweeting Great Balls of Fire anyway. So yeah, everything like always linked in the description: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch, plus more linked in the description. If you're new here, please hit the subscribe button. If you are a returning guest and you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, hit it. Share this video out with your friends so they can also do the same. And if you are new here, like I said for the third time now, please hit the notification bell to be notified, of course, whenever a new video goes live on the channel. Liking always shows your support, and if you did dislike, please tell me why in the comment section below as well. Whew. With all of that being said, I am Shawn DaGamer, and I am out of here. Oops, wrong button.